There is a certain kind of silence that is not an absence of noise, but a presence of quiet where noise used to be. It is the quiet of a house where footsteps no longer echo down the hall at all hours. It is the stillness of a phone that used to buzz and ring with a constant stream of needs, questions, and small emergencies that only you could solve. It is the hollow space in the afternoon, once filled with schedules and pickups and duties, now wide and empty. It is the realization, dawning slowly like a cold morning, that you are no longer the first person someone calls for help, for comfort, or for a simple solution. The world, it seems, has learned to turn without your hands pushing it. And in that quiet, there is a profound, echoing ache. What happens to a heart that was built around being the center of a bustling world when that world gently moves on and finds new centers? Who are you when the roles that defined you for so long, parent, provider, caretaker, problem solver, have been honorably discharged? In the moments that follow, we will walk into that quiet together, not to fill it with noise, but to understand its language, to feel its shape, and to find the unexpected peace that waits within it. Before we begin, just a quick moment. Write in the comments which part of this world you're listening from right now, and what time it is where you are. I'm curious, are you listening in the quiet of late night, or perhaps in the early morning hours when sleep hasn't come yet? Just leave a word or two, and then settle in, because this time right now, is entirely yours. Now, let yourself begin to settle. Find that perfect position in your bed where your body feels most at ease. Perhaps you pull the covers up a little higher, feeling their gentle weight as a comforting presence. Let your head sink into the pillow, releasing the need to hold it up. Take a slow, deep breath in, filling your lungs, not with effort, but with ease. And as you exhale, imagine the tension of the day melting away from you, sinking down through the mattress and into the floor below. There is nothing you need to do right now, nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. Your only task is to be here, to listen, and to allow. It takes a quiet kind of courage to press play on a topic like this. It is a tender, vulnerable space to acknowledge. The very act of choosing to listen is an act of profound self-compassion. You are telling yourself that this feeling, this quiet ache, is worthy of attention, that it is real, and that it matters. And for that, you should feel a gentle sense of respect for yourself. You are not turning away from the discomfort. You are turning towards it with the intention of finding peace. So let that be our intention for this journey tonight. Not to fight the feeling of being unneeded, not to pretend it isn't there, but to sit with it as you would a friend, to learn from it, to understand the story it is telling you about the love you gave, the life you built, and the person you are becoming now. This quiet is not an ending. It is a threshold. And tonight, we will simply stand here together on this threshold and breathe. We will explore the space between what was and what will be. We will honor the incredible service your heart has performed for years, for decades. The tireless giving, the endless patience, the constant availability. Your life has been a testament to your capacity to love and to care. And when a great work is completed, a period of profound quiet is not only natural, but necessary. Think of a garden after a long and bountiful harvest. The vines are bare, the soil is tired. It does not immediately burst forth with new life. It enters a season of rest, a fallow period where it gathers its strength, absorbing the nutrients from the sun and the rain, preparing in silence for a future spring that it cannot yet see. This time in your life is that fallow season. It might feel empty, but it is a sacred and essential part of the cycle. It is the quiet reward for a job so thoroughly and beautifully done. The people you cared for are now standing on their own 2 feet, precisely because you held them so steady for so long. Their independence is the final, beautiful fruit of your labor. Your success has, in a way, made your old role obsolete. And while the mind can understand this, the heart feels the shift as a loss, and that is perfectly, completely okay. So allow your body to grow heavier with relaxation. Feel the support of the bed beneath you, holding you completely. There is nowhere else you need to be, no one else you need to be. Here, in this safe and quiet space, you can just be you. The you before the titles, the you behind the roles. The essential self that has been there all along, waiting patiently in the wings. Tonight, we invite that self to come to the center of the stage, not to perform, but simply to rest in the gentle spotlight of your own awareness. As you listen to the sound of my voice, let it be a guide, a comforting hand on your shoulder as you drift. Each word is an invitation to let go just a little bit more. Let go of the need to be useful. Let go of the habit of listening for someone else's call. Let go of the identity that was so tightly woven with doing. For tonight, we are exploring the profound and peaceful world of just being. We are learning to find our value not in the noise of demand, but in the deep, resonant silence of our own presence. The journey begins now with a single gentle breath. Inhale slowly, and as you exhale, let the quiet in. Let it be a blanket, a comfort, a homecoming. You are safe here. You are whole, and you are ready to rest. Let's begin by giving a name to this quiet space you find yourself in. Sometimes we call it emptiness, and that word can feel frightening, like a void or a vacuum. But perhaps we can look at it differently tonight. Let's not see it as a lack, but simply as a space that was once filled to the brim, overflowing with the tasks, the worries, the joys, and the identities of a very busy life. Now, that space is simply open. And in that openness, a certain kind of identity crisis can gently begin to surface. For so long, you knew exactly who you were by what you did. You were the planner, the protector, the one with the answers. You had a map, a well-worn, familiar map, and every road on it was a responsibility. Every destination was a person who needed you. Your purpose was as clear and bright as the North Star. But now, it can feel as though you are a ship that has completed a long and vital voyage. For years, you navigated stormy seas and busy shipping lanes, your hull filled with precious cargo, your compass set firmly on a single important heading, the well-being of others. You knew every current, every reef, every safe harbor, and you sailed magnificently. You brought your ship home. The cargo was safely delivered. The crew, whom you trained and protected, has now found their own ships and their own voyages. And your vessel now rests in a calm, quiet port. The waters are still. The sky is clear. There are no new sailing orders on the horizon. And you stand at the helm, your hands resting on a wheel that no longer needs turning, looking out at a vast, open, and uncharted sea. This feeling, this sense of being a ship without a destination, is not a failure. It is the natural state after a great mission is accomplished. but it can feel deeply disorienting. The very purpose that propelled you forward is no longer there to pull you from your bed in the morning. Or consider the feeling of being a trusted, essential tool. For decades, you were the one reached for in every project. Your strength, your reliability, your specific design was indispensable for building the structure of your family, your work, your community. Your edges were worn smooth by constant, meaningful use. And now, the great construction is complete. It stands on its own, strong and beautiful, a testament to the work you did. And you, the tool, are gently wiped clean and placed back on the shelf in the workshop. You are not broken. You are not discarded. You are simply no longer required for that specific task. The silence of the workshop can feel like a judgment, can't it? A pronouncement that your usefulness has expired. Let's be honest with ourselves, here in this safe space. This hurts. There is a grief in this. You are not just letting go of a schedule or a set of tasks. You are grieving a version of yourself. A version that was powerful, central, and deeply, undeniably needed. You are grieving the person who knew exactly what to do in a crisis, the one whose presence could soothe a fever or fix a broken heart. You are missing the feeling of being essential, because being essential felt like a core part of who you were. It is okay to miss that person. It is okay to feel a profound sadness for the end of that chapter. That sadness is not a sign of weakness. It is the measure of your love. It is the echo of the immense dedication you poured into that role. The depth of your pain now is simply a reflection of the depth of your devotion then. So allow yourself, just for a moment, to feel it. Without judgment. Without trying to rush it away or find a quick solution. Let the sadness be there. Let the feeling of being adrift be there. Let the quiet ache of being the tool on the shelf be there. It's okay that this hurts. It's okay that you feel a little lost. Any great explorer feels a sense of unease when they stand before a map that is entirely blank. Any great captain feels the stillness of the sea when the winds of purpose die down. This is a human feeling, a natural response to a profound life transition. You are letting go of an identity that has been your second skin for a lifetime. Of course it feels tender. Of course it leaves you feeling exposed and uncertain. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling this way. In fact, it is the most normal, most healthy response imaginable. You are standing in the quiet aftermath of a life of beautiful, powerful service. And the silence that greets you is not an indictment. It is not a sign that you are no longer important. Imagine, instead, that it is a respectful silence, the kind of silence that falls over a theater after a breathtaking performance. It is a moment of awe for what has been accomplished. It is the world, the universe, your own soul, taking a breath to honor the incredible love you have given, the monumental work you have done. So tonight, we don't try to fix this feeling. We don't try to find a new destination for the ship just yet. We simply give ourselves permission to be in the quiet harbor, to feel the gentle rocking of the water, and to acknowledge the truth of this moment. A great journey has concluded, and it is okay to feel the bittersweet pang of its ending. It is okay to miss who you were. That person deserves to be missed. They were magnificent, and they have led you perfectly to this exact moment of rest. Let us gently turn our attention now to the very nature of usefulness itself. For many of us, perhaps for you, the feeling of being useful became more than just a role. It became a core component of our self-worth. It was the currency with which we paid for our space in the world, the proof that we mattered. Think about it. The habit of being needed is a powerful one, woven into the very fabric of our days. It begins subtly, perhaps in childhood, as we learn that helping brings praise, that solving a problem brings a smile. Over the years, this pattern deepens. The phone call in the middle of the night, the emergency car ride, the last-minute project, the shoulder to cry on. Each instance was a reinforcement of a central, unspoken belief. I am needed, therefore I am valuable. I am busy, therefore I am important. There is a certain kind of warmth, a certain kind of solid ground that comes from this feeling. It's the security of knowing your place, of understanding your function within the ecosystem of your family or your work. It provides a clear and simple answer to the profound question, why am I here? For years, the answer was obvious. You were here to help, to provide, to support, to fix. Your worth was directly proportional to the length of your to-do list, the number of people who relied on you. And this is not a criticism. It is a beautiful, deeply human way to live a life. It is a life of service, of generosity, of putting others first. You built your house of self-esteem with the bricks of your responsibilities. Each brick was a task completed, a problem solved, a person comforted, and you built a strong and noble house. But what happens when the demand for those bricks slows down? What happens when the world stops asking you to build so much? The silence that follows can feel like a threat to the very foundation of that house. The stillness is not just an absence of activity, it is an absence of the familiar evidence of your worth. And so, a void is left behind. It's a feeling that can gnaw at you in the quiet hours. You might find yourself searching for something to fix, someone to help, a small problem to solve, just to feel that old, familiar rush of being necessary. It's a habit, like a muscle that has been exercised daily for decades, and now it twitches, looking for the weight it is used to carrying. This is the moment to be incredibly gentle with yourself. This is not a moment for judgment. It is a moment for compassionate observation. Simply notice this habit, this deep-seated need to be useful. Notice how your body, your mind, your very soul has been conditioned to equate stillness with uselessness and uselessness with worthlessness. See it not as a flaw, but as a testament to the depth of your commitment. You learned your lesson too well. You became so good at caring for others that you forgot how to simply care for yourself without a purpose attached. You perfected the art of doing, and now you are a beginner in the art of being. And every beginner deserves patience and kindness. Allow yourself, right now, to feel that void. Don't run from it. Don't immediately try to fill it with a new hobby, a new project, a new person to take care of. Just for tonight, let the emptiness be there. Let the stillness be there. What does it feel like in your body? Is it a hollowness in your chest? A restlessness in your hands? A quiet panic in your mind? Whatever it is, just breathe with it. Imagine your breath flowing into that empty space, not to fill it up, but to gently explore its contours, to make it a safe place to be. This void is not your enemy. It is simply a space clearing itself for something new, even if you can't see what that is yet. It is the silence between musical notes that gives the melody its beauty. It is the empty space in a room that allows for movement and life. And in this quiet space, let's offer a profound affirmation for all that is past. Think back, just for a moment, on the years of effort, the sleepless nights, the endless patience, the sacrifices made without a second thought, the thousands of meals cooked, the miles driven, the fevers cooled, the tears dried, the deadlines met, the teams supported, the projects guided to completion, all of it. Every single act of service, big and small, the love you gave so freely, so consistently, for so long, is not gone. It has not vanished into thin air. It has been absorbed into the lives of the people you touched. It became the strength in your children's bones, the confidence in a colleague's voice, the resilience in a friend's heart. It is a legacy of love that is woven into the world in 1,000 invisible ways. That love is a testament to the depth of your heart. It is the truest measure of your worth, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what you are doing right now, in this moment. The work is done. The love remains. And now, you are left with the quiet, echo-filled space where the work used to be. Allow that space to be holy. Allow it to be sacred. It is the peace you have earned. Consider for a moment the rhythm of the natural world. Nothing in nature blooms all year round. The most magnificent rose bush, the one that produces the most vibrant and fragrant flowers, does not feel like a failure in the dead of winter. It does not chastise itself for its bare branches or its lack of blossoms. It simply rests. It understands, in its deep cellular wisdom, that this is a season of life. It is the season of turning inward, of drawing energy down into the roots, of gathering strength from the quiet, cold earth. This wintering is not an end. It is an essential, non-negotiable part of the cycle that makes future blooming possible. Without the winter, there could be no spring. Perhaps this phase of your life, this time of feeling less needed, is not the failure or the ending it can sometimes feel like. What if it is simply your season of winter? You have just come through a long and glorious summer and autumn of productivity. You gave your all. You produced beautiful fruit. You provided shade. You were a vibrant part of the landscape. And now, the leaves of your old roles have fallen away, not because they were weak, but because it was their time. They have served their purpose, nourishing the ground around you, and now your branches are bare. It can feel stark. It can feel vulnerable. But this is a natural wintering, a time of quiet, a time of deep rest, and a time of unseen preparation. Deep below the surface, in the roots of your being, energy is being stored. Wisdom is consolidating. A quiet, powerful alchemy is taking place, preparing you for a season you cannot yet imagine. This is not a personal failing. This is a universal human experience. You are not the first person to walk this path, and you will not be the last. All around the world, in millions of quiet homes, there are people navigating this very same transition. The parent whose last child has just left for college, standing in a silent hallway. The dedicated professional on their first day of retirement. The alarm clock silent for the first time in 40 years. The caregiver whose loved one has passed on, leaving a home filled with the echoes of their presence. They all walk this path, often in silence, each believing they are alone in this strange, new land. But they are not. You are not. This is a shared human passage, a rite of passage as ancient and as natural as adolescence or parenthood. It is the passage into a new kind of wisdom, a new kind of freedom. Our culture doesn't talk about this season very much. We celebrate the spring of youth and the summer of busy adulthood. We praise productivity. We admire busyness. We equate being needed with being alive. And so, when our winter comes, we can feel as though we have done something wrong, as if we have been left behind. We see the world rushing on, full of important things to do, and we feel a quiet shame that our dance card is no longer so full. But this is a profound misunderstanding of the choreography of life. The dance of life includes the fast, energetic numbers, but it also includes the slow, graceful adagio, the moments of stillness, the quiet pause between movements. Each part is essential to the whole. Let this thought settle deep within you tonight. This is not a failure. It is a completion. A chapter has been beautifully, powerfully, and completely written. You don't stand at the end of a great novel and criticize it for not having more pages. You sit for a moment in the quiet satisfaction of a story well told. You have told a magnificent story with your life so far. A story of love, of sacrifice, of strength, of unwavering commitment. And that story is now complete. It is finished. And like any good author, you are now entitled to a period of profound rest before you even begin to think about what the next story might be. You would not demand that a marathon runner, having just crossed the finish line, immediately begin training for another race. You would wrap them in a warm blanket, give them water, and tell them to rest, to allow their body to recover and heal. Your life of service was a marathon, and you have crossed the finish line with grace. Now is the time for the warm blanket. Now is the time for rest. So, as you lie here, drifting towards sleep, allow yourself to feel this shift in perspective. Release the idea that you are doing something wrong by being in this quiet phase. You are doing everything right. You are following a deep, natural rhythm that is as old as time itself. You are wintering. You are resting. You are completing a cycle. Let the judgment soften. Let the self-criticism dissolve. In its place, invite a sense of gentle curiosity. What does this season have to teach you? What wisdom is waiting for you in the quiet earth of your own being? You don't need to know the answers tonight. The only task for now is to accept the season you are in, to stop fighting the winter, and instead to learn its quiet, peaceful language. To trust that, just like the rose bush, this period of dormancy is not an absence of life, but a different, deeper form of it. As we settle more deeply into this feeling, into this season of quiet, it's important to address one of the heaviest burdens that can accompany it: the quiet, creeping feeling of shame. Shame is a silent companion. It whispers that this emptiness is your fault, that your newfound stillness is a sign you've become irrelevant. It tells you to hide this part of yourself, to put on a brave face and pretend you're busier and more essential than you feel. It creates an isolating fog, convincing you that you are the only one experiencing this strange sense of displacement. But tonight, let us shine a gentle light into that fog and see it for what it is: a misunderstanding. This state you are in is not something to be ashamed of or hidden. It is the natural, honorable outcome of a life lived with immense generosity. You are not here because you failed. You are here because you succeeded. Think of it this way: the entire purpose of being a great parent is eventually to make yourself redundant. The goal is to raise children who are so capable, so confident, and so resilient that they no longer need you for their daily survival. Their independence is your crowning achievement. The same is true of a great mentor or leader. Your objective is to empower your team so thoroughly that they can function brilliantly without you. Their success is a direct reflection of your guidance. You have performed your roles so well that you have effectively worked yourself out of a job. This is not a cause for shame. It is a cause for a deep, quiet, and profound sense of pride. You did it. You completed the mission. Let's take a moment to truly validate the years of beautiful, tireless giving that led to this very moment. Let your mind drift back, not to analyze, but just to witness. Witness the thousands of small, unseen acts of service, the quiet sacrifices of your own time, your own energy, your own needs, the patience you summoned when you felt you had none left, the strength you provided to others even when you felt weak yourself. You were a wellspring, a constant source of support for those who came to you thirsty. For years, you poured yourself out, filling the cups of others until they were full. And now, the well is quiet. It is not empty, but it is still. It is replenishing its own deep underground sources. This quiet is not a sign of depletion. It is a sign of necessary restoration. You are not less than you were before. You are simply in a different phase of a sacred cycle. The pouring out was a sacred act. And this, the gathering back in, is also a sacred act. It is in our nature to compare our inner reality with the outer appearance of others. We see people rushing around, their lives seemingly full of purpose and demand, and the shame can whisper, "See, they are still needed. What's wrong with you?" But this is a trick of the mind. You are only seeing one season of their lives. You are not seeing their own private winters, past or future. Every single person, if they are lucky enough to live a long life, will eventually come to a version of this quiet harbor. You have simply arrived here now. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are exactly where your journey has led you. You have navigated so many seasons of life with grace and strength. You navigated the uncertainties of youth, the pressures of midlife, the countless storms of family and career. You have proven, time and time again, your resilience, your capacity to adapt and to grow. Why would this season be any different? This transition is not a test of your worth, but a testament to it. Your worth was forged in the fires of your past efforts. It is inherent in you now. It does not need to be proven or earned each day. Think of a veteran soldier, home from a long and difficult war. We do not ask them to prove their courage daily. We honor them for the service they have already given. Their courage is a part of who they are, a fact written into their very being. Your service to others, your lifetime of caring, is the same. It is a part of you. The honor has been earned. The rest is now deserved. So let the burden of shame begin to dissolve. Let it melt away in the warmth of this understanding. Exhale it with your next breath. You have nothing to hide. You have nothing to prove. Your quietness is not a failure. It is a medal of honor, worn silently on the inside. And as you allow that shame to soften, notice the space it leaves behind. It's a space of gentle acceptance, a space where you can finally be at peace with what is. You are not a problem to be solved. You are a human being in a natural, honorable transition. You are a river that has poured itself into the great ocean, and now feels the quiet pull of the tide, the vastness of a new reality. The river does not feel shame for joining the sea. It simply becomes part of something larger, something quieter, something deeper. Allow yourself to feel that same sense of merging into a new state of being, less defined by the narrow banks of your roles, and more a part of the vast, quiet ocean of life itself. Your resilience has brought you here. Trust that it will also guide you through. Now that we have acknowledged this season for what it is, a natural, honorable completion, let us create a truly safe space within you to feel everything that comes with it. So often, we are told to be strong, to look on the bright side, to find the silver lining immediately. But true healing, true peace, does not come from bypassing our feelings. It comes from moving through them. And to do that, we must first give ourselves unconditional permission to feel. So for these next few moments, here in the safety and privacy of your own mind, let us create a gentle container for any and all emotions that may wish to surface. There is no feeling that is wrong or out of place. This is your space, and everything is welcome here. Perhaps there is grief, a deep, quiet grief for the person you were, for the life that was so full of purpose and activity. Grief for the sound of your children's voices filling the house. Grief for the feeling of being the expert, the one with all the answers. Let that grief be present. It is the natural expression of love for what has passed. It is not a step backward. It is a vital part of honoring your own story. You don't have to sob or break down. You can simply allow the quiet ache of it to be there in your chest without resisting it. Just let it be. It is the rain that is needed to water the soil of your soul for whatever is to grow next. Perhaps there is a flicker of anger that this transition feels so disorienting. Anger at a world that seems to value youth and busyness above all else. Maybe even a little anger at the very people you helped, for now being so self-sufficient. This too is okay. Anger is often a sign of a boundary being crossed, or a deep sense of loss being defended. It can be a powerful energy that shows you where you feel unseen or unheard. Don't be afraid of it. Just notice it. See it as a loyal guard dog, barking to protect a vulnerable part of you. You don't have to act on it. You can simply say to it, "I see you. Thank you for trying to protect me. We are safe here." And of course, there may be loneliness, a profound loneliness that echoes in the quiet rooms, in the empty spaces in your calendar. The loneliness of feeling like your experience is not understood by others, that you are on this journey by yourself. This is perhaps the most tender feeling of all. If loneliness is there for you, let yourself hold it with the utmost compassion as you would a small, lost child. Wrap it in a warm blanket of acceptance. It is okay to feel lonely. It is a sign of your deep capacity for connection. You feel its absence so keenly because you valued its presence so much. All of these feelings, grief, anger, loneliness, are valid. They are not problems to be solved. They are messengers from your heart. All they ask is to be witnessed without judgment. Now, let's try something together. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, bring to your mind's eye the roles and responsibilities you've carried for so long. Don't see them as abstract concepts. Try to give them a physical form. Perhaps the role of parent is a heavy, well-worn backpack filled with all the tools and supplies you needed. Maybe the role of provider is a thick, woolen coat that kept others warm but was sometimes heavy to wear. See the role of problem solver as a set of keys that could open any door, always hanging from your belt. Just see them, these symbols of your identity. Acknowledge them. Thank them for the service they helped you provide. That backpack allowed you to carry so much for others. That coat kept your family safe and warm. Those keys brought security and solutions to so many. And now, with a sense of gentle ceremony, I invite you to visualize yourself setting them down, one by one, very slowly. Feel the straps of the backpack sliding off your shoulders. Hear the gentle thud as it rests on the ground beside you. You are not throwing it away. You are simply setting it down. It is still there, a part of your history, but you are no longer carrying its weight. Next, feel yourself unbuttoning the heavy coat. Feel the cool, fresh air on your skin as you slip it off your arms. Fold it with reverence and place it neatly next to the backpack. Thank it for its warmth and protection. Finally, unclip the heavy set of keys from your belt. Feel the lightness that comes as their weight is removed. Place them carefully on top of the folded coat. And then, just stand there in your imagination. Lighter, unburdened. Notice the feeling in your shoulders, in your back, in your very posture. There is a new spaciousness, a new freedom of movement. As you hold this image in your mind, let's use the breath as an anchor. With every slow inhale, breathe in a sense of peace and lightness. And with every long, complete exhale, release the habit of carrying. Exhale the feeling that you must always be on duty. Exhale the tension of being responsible. Let your out-breath be a sigh of relief, a physical act of letting go. Breathing in peace and breathing out the weight of the past. The release may not happen all at once. It is a process. But tonight, you have begun. You have given yourself permission to feel, and you have created a powerful intention to set down the heavy burdens. You are allowing your emotions to move through you, like weather passing through the sky, knowing that you are the sky, not the storm. And in this safe, accepting space, true rest can finally begin. Let us deepen this feeling of release by imagining something else. Picture a wide, slow-moving river. Time, UM 1.5s. It is not a raging torrent, but a gentle, majestic current, flowing steadily and peacefully under a soft, twilight sky. The water is clear, and it glimmers with the reflected light of the stars beginning to appear. This river represents the flow of time, the natural progression of life. It moves in one direction, always forward, never back. Now find yourself standing on the bank of this river, in a quiet, mossy clearing. The air is calm and smells of cool earth and damp leaves. You are holding in your hands those old identities we just spoke of, the roles and expectations you have carried for so long. Perhaps they feel like smooth, heavy stones, each one etched with a word: protector, provider, caretaker, manager, the indispensable one. For a moment, just feel their weight in your hands. Acknowledge their density, the solidity of them. These were not light things to carry. They had substance and meaning. You held them for so long, you might have forgotten what your hands felt like without them. Now, one by one, I invite you to gently place these stones into the river. You are not throwing them in anger or frustration. You are releasing them with reverence. Open your hands and let the first stone, protector, slide into the water. Watch as the river accepts it without struggle, the water swirling around it for a moment before it settles peacefully onto the riverbed. It is not gone. It is simply part of the river's story now. Then, release the next stone, provider. Let it go. The river takes it too, carrying it gently away from you, its journey with you now complete. Continue this process with any other identities that feel heavy. Release them into the gentle, inexorable current of time. Feel the lightness in your hands as they become empty. Notice the freedom in your arms. You are not fighting the river. You are not trying to build a dam to stop its flow. You are simply cooperating with it. This is the essence of letting go. It's not an act of willpower. It's an act of surrender. It is ceasing the struggle against the natural current of your life. For so much of our lives, we swim against the current, trying to control outcomes, trying to hold back time, trying to keep things as they are. It is exhausting work. Acceptance is not about liking the situation or pretending it doesn't hurt. Acceptance is simply putting down the oars and allowing the river to carry you. It is trusting that the river knows where it is going, even if you do not. It is the profound relief of ceasing your resistance to what is. And as you stand there on the riverbank, hands now empty, feeling the gentle breeze, acknowledge the strength it took to carry those stones for so long. Your capacity to feel this loss so deeply is a direct measure of how much you are capable of giving. Your heart is not aching because it is weak. It is aching because it is strong and has loved so much. A small heart would feel a small loss. A great heart, a heart like yours, that has given and cared and protected so immensely, naturally feels a great and profound shift when that chapter closes. So let this feeling be an affirmation of your inner strength, of your immense capacity for love. Do not mistake the pain of letting go for a sign that you are broken. It is a sign that you have lived fully, loved deeply, and served honorably. Now, turn your gaze from the stones settling on the riverbed and look at the surface of the water. See how it continues to flow, undisturbed. The river of your life is still moving. It is carrying you toward a new part of the landscape, a new bend in the river you have not yet seen. The view from the boat will be different now. You are no longer focused on managing the cargo or steering a precise course. Now, perhaps for the first time, you have the freedom to simply observe the journey, to notice the way the light filters through the trees on the bank, to hear the song of the birds you were too busy to notice before, to feel the warmth of the sun on your face without the distraction of a destination. This is not an empty journey. It is a different kind of journey, a journey of being rather than doing. Let this image of the river soothe your mind. If you find yourself struggling with a difficult thought or a painful emotion, just place it on a leaf and let it float away on the current. You don't have to engage with it. You don't have to solve it. Just let it go. Let the river carry it. Your only task right now is to remain on the bank, breathing, feeling the solid ground beneath your feet, and watching the gentle, constant flow. This is a practice of non-resistance. It's a way of training your mind and your heart to align with the reality of this season of your life, rather than constantly fighting against it. The fight is what causes the suffering. The release is what brings the peace. The river flows on. It has held the stories of countless others before you, and it will continue to flow long after. Trust its ancient wisdom. Trust its gentle, persistent power to carry you forward. You are safe, you are held, and you are exactly where you need to be. As we stand by this metaphorical river, having released the heavy stones of our past roles, a fundamental shift begins to occur. It is a quiet internal pivot from a life defined by doing to a life that finds its center in being. For decades, your days were structured around a series of verbs: to provide, to manage, to solve, to comfort, to drive, to create, to organize. Your energy was directed outward, a constant expenditure to meet the needs of the world around you. Your value, you were taught, was measured by the completion of these actions. But now, the universe is inviting you into a different grammar of existence. It is inviting you to explore the verb to be present, to be quiet, to be observant, to simply be. This can feel like a foreign language at first, one your mind struggles to translate. But what am I supposed to be doing? It asks restlessly. And the gentle answer, for now, is nothing. The purpose is not in the action, but in the existence itself. Consider a great ancient tree standing alone in a field, a majestic oak or a towering redwood. We do not ask the tree, "What have you accomplished today?" We do not measure its worth by the number of leaves it has produced or the amount of fruit it has borne. Yes, it provides these things, but its value is far deeper than its function. Its worth is in its being. It is valued for the steadfast way it stands against the sky, a silent witness to the passing of seasons. It is valued for the deep roots that hold the earth together, unseen but essential. It is valued for the cool shade it offers freely to any who seek rest beneath its branches. It is valued for its quiet, powerful, and unwavering presence in the landscape. It does not need to justify its existence through constant activity. Its being is its purpose. Its presence is its gift. You, in this season of your life, are being invited to discover your own treeness. You have spent a lifetime producing fruit, and now it is time to simply be the tree, to stand in your own quiet dignity, to feel your roots running deep into the earth of your own history and experience, to offer the shade of your wisdom and presence, not through frantic doing, but through a calm and centered being. People may not need you to fix their problems anymore, but they may find a profound and unspoken comfort just by being in your peaceful presence. Your calmness, your acceptance of this quiet season can become a silent permission slip for others to find their own peace. This is a different kind of usefulness, one that is not about action, but about atmosphere. It is the gift of being a calm harbor in a stormy world. This is what we could call the great untethering. You are being untethered from the belief that your worth is tied to your productivity. You are being untethered from the expectations of others, and perhaps more importantly, from your own lifelong expectations of yourself. Imagine a beautiful, intricate kite that has soared high in the sky for years, held fast by a string of responsibilities. It has danced and dipped on the winds of demand, a beautiful sight to behold. But holding that string required constant tension, a constant pull against the wind. Now, the string has been gently cut. At first, the kite may feel a moment of panic, of being adrift. Where is the familiar tension? What is my anchor? But then, something remarkable happens. It doesn't fall from the sky. It discovers it can soar on its own. It can catch the thermal currents of wisdom and ride them to new heights, exploring parts of the sky it never could when it was tethered to the ground. This untethering is a liberation. It is the freedom to finally ask a question that you may have been too busy to ask for decades. Without all of these roles, who am I, really? Not who am I to them, but who am I to me? What brings a quiet joy to my own heart? What thoughts are waiting to be thought? What feelings are waiting to be felt? The quiet that once felt like emptiness can now be seen as spaciousness. It is the open field in which the tree can stand. It is the vast sky in which the kite can soar. It is the necessary space for your own self to emerge, not in service of a function, but in service of its own truth. So let's plant a new seed of thought in the fertile soil of your mind tonight. A gentle, radical question. What if your only purpose right now is simply to be? What if your job is not to find a new job, but to master the art of stillness? What if the most important contribution you can make to the world right now is to find a deep and abiding peace within yourself? What if, by healing your own frantic need to be useful, you are healing a piece of the world's frantic addiction to productivity? Allow this question to settle. You don't need an answer. The seed just needs to be planted. Let it rest in the quiet darkness of your subconscious as you drift toward sleep. The shift from doing to being is not a race. It is a slow, gentle unfolding. And it begins with this simple permission, the permission to exist without justification, just like the tree, just like the mountain, just like a star in the night sky. Your being is enough. Let us take this idea of being a step further and touch upon something truly fundamental, your inherent, unearned worth. For so long, your sense of value may have been a transaction. You gave your time, your energy, your care, and in return, you received a feeling of worthiness. It was a fair exchange, an economy of purpose that powered your life. But this model of worth is conditional. It depends on an external demand for your supply. When the demand lessens, the entire economy can feel like it's collapsing, leaving you feeling bankrupt. Tonight, we are invited to explore a different, more stable economy of self-worth, one that is not based on transactions, but on a simple, unshakable truth. Your worth was never on loan from others, contingent on your performance. It has always been yours, inherent and absolute. We have been deeply conditioned to believe that purpose must be external and productive. We think of purpose as a grand project, a career, a role in raising a family, something visible, measurable, and acclaimed by others. But this is a very narrow definition of purpose. What if purpose can also be internal? What if the purpose of this season of your life is the quiet, invisible work of self-reclamation? What if your purpose is to learn the landscape of your own soul, to befriend your own solitude, to heal the old wounds you were too busy to tend to before? This is some of the most important work a human being can do, and yet it yields no external reward. There are no promotions, no thank you cards, no public acknowledgments for becoming a master of your own inner peace. And yet, is there any greater gift you could give to yourself, and by extension, to the world? Consider the moon. On a clear night, it hangs in the sky, serene and beautiful. It does not worry about whether anyone is looking at it. It does not fret about its function. It simply is. It illuminates the darkness. It pulls the tides. It inspires poets and lovers, all without any conscious effort. Its value is not dependent on who is observing it or what it provides. Its value is in its very existence. It is the moon, and that is enough. In the same way, think of a great mountain. It stands in silent majesty, its peaks touching the clouds. It doesn't need to do anything to prove its worth. It doesn't need to build or achieve. Its purpose is to be a mountain. Its steadfastness, its ancient presence, its sheer beingness is its contribution to the world. It provides a home for wildlife. It shapes the weather patterns. It offers a perspective of timelessness to all who gaze upon it, simply by being what it is. You, too, have this inherent worth, this mountainness, this moonness. Your value is not in what you do for others, but in the fundamental fact of your existence. You are a unique constellation of experiences, memories, wisdom, and love that has never existed before and will never exist again. The simple fact of your being here, of your consciousness, is a miracle beyond measure. For years, you may have been looking for your worth in the reflection of other people's eyes, in their need for you. And when they look away, you feel you have disappeared. But tonight, we are shifting the gaze inward. We are looking for the source of light, not the reflection. Your worth is the light itself, not the surfaces it bounces off of. Let's gently question the old beliefs that have held you captive. The belief that if I am not busy, I am lazy. The belief that if no one needs me, I am worthless. The belief that rest must be earned. Where did these beliefs come from? They are not universal truths. They are cultural constructs, ideas we absorbed from our families, our schools, our society. They are like old, inherited pieces of furniture that we have carried with us for so long. We assume they are a part of us, but they are not. We can choose to look at them, acknowledge where they came from, and then gently decide to set them aside. We can choose to furnish the inner rooms of our minds with new beliefs. Beliefs like, my being is as important as my doing. My worth is inherent and unchanging. Rest is not a reward. It is a necessity and a right. As you lie here, feel the truth of this in your body. Feel the weight of your body resting on the bed. The bed is not asking you to do anything to earn its support. It supports you simply because you are here. Your heart is beating in your chest. It is not asking you for a reason to keep beating. It beats because it is its nature to beat, to sustain your life. Your breath flows in and out. It does not demand that you be productive in order to receive the next lungful of air. It is given freely, a constant affirmation of your right to exist. Your very physiology is a testament to this principle of unearned, unconditional belonging. You belong to this life, to this moment, simply because you are in it. So let this new perspective wash over you, a gentle, healing wave. Your worth was never on loan from your children, your boss, your partner, or your community. It has always been yours. They did not give it to you, so they cannot take it away. The roles you played were simply channels through which you expressed your inherent worth, but they were never the source of it. The source is within you. It is the quiet, unshakable core of you that has been there all along, patiently waiting for you to come home to it. Tonight, you are taking that journey home. You are returning to the truth that you are enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Simply, profoundly, and unshakably enough. Now that we have touched the truth of your inherent worth, let us embark on a gentle journey of remembering. We are going to journey inward, back through time, before the roles became so firmly set, before the needs of others became the primary compass for your life. This is not about nostalgia or regret. It is an act of reclamation. It is about reacquainting yourself with the person you were before you became so beautifully and completely dedicated to being everything for everyone else. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, allow your memory to drift back past the recent years of busyness, back past the years of raising a family or building a career. Go back further still, to the time when you were just you, perhaps to your late teens or early 20s, a time when your future was an unwritten book, filled with possibilities. Who was that person? What did they dream about when they looked up at the stars? What kind of music made their heart feel alive? What books did they read that made them feel seen and understood? What quiet joys did they cultivate just for themselves? Maybe it was the joy of walking in the rain, the satisfaction of solving a difficult puzzle, the thrill of learning a new skill, or the simple peace of sitting with a cup of tea and a journal. Try to connect not with the specific events, but with the feeling of that person, their essence. They had dreams, interests, and quirks that belonged only to them, not to a role they were playing. They had a unique way of seeing the world, a particular sense of humor, a specific kind of curiosity. That person did not disappear. They did not vanish when the roles of parent, partner, or professional took center stage. They simply stepped into the background, allowing other parts of you to lead. They have been there all along, a quiet, patient passenger on your life's journey. And now, in this new season of quiet, there is an invitation for them to step forward once again. All that you were before is still within you. The curiosity, the creativity, the passion, the quiet contemplative nature, it's all there, like seeds that have been lying dormant in the soil, waiting for the right conditions to sprout. This quiet in your life is the gentle, nourishing rain that can awaken them. Let's think about the concept of personal space. For years, your inner and outer space was likely colonized by the needs of others. Your time was not your own. It was divided up into a schedule dictated by external demands. Your mental space was occupied with worries and plans for other people. Even your physical space, your home, was a shared territory, a hub of activity. Now, that space is beginning to be reclaimed. The quiet in the house is not an emptiness to be feared. It is the sound of your personal space being returned to you. The open slots in your calendar are not a sign of irrelevance. They are an invitation to pencil in a meeting with yourself. This new quiet is not a void. It is spaciousness. It is room to breathe. It is the wide, open canvas upon which you can begin to paint a new picture of yourself, for yourself. What would it feel like to reclaim a small piece of that space right now? Perhaps there was a hobby you once loved, but had to set aside. Painting, playing an instrument, gardening, writing. You don't have to become a master at it. The invitation is simply to remember the joy of the process, the feeling of the paintbrush in your hand, the sound of the piano keys, the smell of the earth on your fingers. These activities have a value that has nothing to do with productivity. Their value is in their ability to connect you back to that essential core self, the one who does things not because they are useful, but because they are joyful. Or maybe it's not a hobby. Maybe it's a quality. Perhaps you were once a person who loved to learn, who would spend hours in a library just for the sheer pleasure of discovery. That curiosity is still within you. The libraries and the infinite resources of the internet are still there, waiting for you to explore them with no agenda other than to delight your own mind. This is not about filling the void. It is about remembering your own wholeness. You are not a half person who needs the other half, the roles, the busyness, to be complete. You have always been whole. The other things were just layers of clothing you wore, beautiful and necessary for a time. But now you have the opportunity to get reacquainted with your own skin, your own true form. Let this affirmation settle into your heart. All that I was before is still within me. The adventurous spirit, the quiet dreamer, the passionate learner, the witty observer. They are all parts of your inner family, waiting to be welcomed back to the dinner table. This season of your life is not an ending. It is a homecoming to the oldest and most faithful friend you will ever have, yourself. As you drift off to sleep, perhaps you can ask that younger self a gentle question. What is one small thing you would like to do, just for us? And then listen in the quiet. The answer may surprise you. As you reconnect with the person you were before the great season of doing, let us also take a moment to honor the immense wisdom you now carry because of it. This is not a journey of discarding the past to return to a former self. It is a journey of integration. You are not the same person you were in your 20s, and that is a beautiful thing. The journey of caring for others, of navigating complex responsibilities, has forged a depth and a wisdom in you that could not have been gained any other way. Do not be so quick to dismiss the value of the path you have walked. It has been your training ground, your university, your monastery. It has taught you things that no book could ever teach. Think of the patience you have cultivated, the thousands of times you had to take a deep breath and respond with kindness when you felt frustrated or exhausted. The ability to wait, to allow things to unfold in their own time, to hold a space of calm in the midst of someone else's storm. This patience is not a small thing. It is a form of profound spiritual strength. It has been honed and tempered in the fires of real life, and it is a part of you now, a deep, quiet strength that you can draw upon for your own peace. And think of the compassion, the ability to see a situation from another person's perspective, to feel their pain as if it were your own, to offer comfort without judgment. This is the heart of wisdom. You learn this not from theory, but from practice, from drying tears, from listening to fears, from celebrating small victories. Your heart has been stretched and exercised, and it is now a powerful muscle of empathy. This compassion is a gift, not just to others, but to yourself. You can now turn that same gentle, non-judgmental attention inward. Imagine that your life experience is a vast and beautiful library housed within you. Each room is a different decade, a different role. Each shelf is lined with books, and each book is a memory, a lesson, a challenge overcome. There are books of joy with bright, colorful covers. There are slender volumes of quiet sadness. There are thick, heavy tomes of resilience detailing the times you thought you would break, but didn't. There are manuals of practical skills, encyclopedias of emotional intelligence, and books of poetry filled with the unspoken truths you learned along the way. This is your inner library. It is unique in all the world. No one else has your specific collection. For years, you were the head librarian, constantly pulling books off the shelf to help others find the information they needed. You were a living resource, a source of guidance and knowledge. Now, the library is quiet. The patrons have gone. And for the first time, you have the opportunity to browse your own collection, not for others, but for yourself. You can wander through the aisles, pull a book from the shelf, and sit in a comfortable chair by a sunlit window and just read. You can reread the stories of your own strength and remember the hero you have been in your own life. You can study the lessons of past heartaches and see the wisdom they bestowed upon you. You can appreciate the sheer volume of the collection, the richness and the depth of the life you have lived. This library is not a monument to the past. It is a living, breathing source of strength for your present and your future. Everything you need to navigate this new chapter is already here, within these walls. Your wisdom is a quiet, powerful force that belongs only to you now. It is not for export. It does not need to be validated or used by anyone else to be valuable. Its value is in the peace and clarity it can bring to your own heart. Let's complement this inner knowing that you possess. It's not a loud, intellectual knowing. It is a quiet, bodily wisdom. It's the intuition that tells you when something feels right or wrong. It's the gut feeling that has guided you through countless decisions. It's the deep, settled understanding of human nature that you've gained from years of observation. You have seen it all, the cycles of love and loss, of ambition and disappointment, of joy and grief. You are no longer easily fooled by surface appearances. You can sense the truth beneath the words. You understand that most problems are not solved with quick fixes, but with time and patience. This inner knowing is your superpower. In a world that is loud with opinions and frantic for certainty, your quiet, seasoned wisdom is a rare and precious resource. So as you rest tonight, feel the presence of this wisdom within you. It is not something you have to strive for. You have already earned it. It is the accumulated interest on a lifetime of love and effort. It is the beautiful patina on a piece of well-loved furniture. It is the deep, resonant tone of a bell that has been rung many times. Allow yourself to feel a sense of pride and gratitude for this inner wealth. The world may be telling you that you are becoming less, but the truth is, you have never been more. You are the sum of all that you have been and all that you have learned. You are a walking library, a deep well of compassion, a quiet mountain of patience. And this wisdom is the solid ground upon which you can build the next beautiful season of your life. As we hold this awareness of the wisdom you carry, let us now focus on weaving a new kind of peace. This is the process of integration, of allowing these new perspectives to move from being intellectual ideas in your mind to a felt sense of peace in your body. It is one thing to understand the concept of shifting from doing to being, but it is another thing entirely to let that shift settle into your bones, your breath, and your very nervous system. This is not about forcing a feeling of peace, but about creating the conditions for peace to naturally arise. And it begins with permission. The permission to be still. The permission to not have a plan. The permission to simply receive the moment as it is, without needing it to be different. Let's return to the body. Notice where you might still be holding tension. Perhaps your shoulders are still braced, ready to carry a burden. Perhaps your jaw is still clenched, ready to speak words of guidance or solve a problem. Perhaps your hands are still subtly curled, ready to grasp a task. These are the physical echoes of a lifetime of doing. They are habits etched into your musculature. Tonight, we can begin to gently re-educate the body. With each breath, send a message of release to these areas. As you inhale, imagine breathing a soft, warm light directly into your shoulders. And as you exhale, feel them soften, drop, and let go of the invisible weight they are so used to carrying. Breathe into your jaw, and on the exhale, allow it to go slack, letting a little space come between your teeth. Breathe into your hands, and on the exhale, let your fingers uncurl and rest, open and receptive. You are teaching your body a new language, the language of being, the language of receiving, the language of stillness. This is not a passive state. It is an active and conscious choice to inhabit a state of peace. You are integrating the shift by embodying it. You are allowing the idea of your inherent worth to become a physical reality, the reality of a body that is at ease, that is not poised for action, that is simply resting in its own quiet dignity. This felt sense of peace is the anchor that will hold you steady as the mind inevitably tries to pull you back into old patterns of worry and restlessness. When the thought arises, I should be doing something, you can return to the feeling of your relaxed shoulders, your soft jaw, your open hands, and gently remind yourself, no, for now, my only task is this. My task is peace. And in this peaceful state, we can begin to reframe this time in a new light. For so long, you may have seen it as a void, an emptiness, a loss. But what if this time is actually a sacred gift? A gift you have earned through a lifetime of effort. Consider a person who has worked tirelessly for 50 years, saving and planning for a grand, restful vacation. They would not arrive at their beautiful, quiet destination and feel ashamed of the stillness. They would not feel guilty for lying on the beach with nothing to do. They would see it as their well-deserved reward. They would savor every moment of the peace and quiet, knowing it was paid for by their years of hard work. This time in your life is that grand vacation for your soul. You have worked, you have given, you have loved, and now the universe has given you the most precious gift of all, the gift of time, the gift of stillness, the gift of rest and reconnection with yourself. To see it as a gift requires a profound shift in perspective. It requires letting go of the cultural narrative that says your value is in your hustle, and embracing a deeper, more ancient wisdom that knows the value of fallow seasons. It is a gift that cannot be bought. It can only be earned, and you have earned it 1,000 times over. It is not a punishment for becoming obsolete. It is a reward for a job well done. It is the universe's way of saying, thank you. Your work is complete. Now please, rest, replenish, come home to yourself. We will take it from here. Can you allow yourself to receive this gift? Can you let go of the guilt and the restlessness and simply accept this beautiful, quiet offering? As you do, you begin to honor the complete story of your journey. A life is not just about the striving, the building, the giving. That is only one half of the story. The other half is the resting, the receiving, the being. Both are sacred parts of your journey. The exhale is as important as the inhale. The winter is as vital as the summer. The quiet harbor is as necessary as the open sea. By embracing this time of peace, you are not rejecting your past of active service. You are completing it. You are bringing your life into a beautiful, harmonious balance. You are honoring the full, rich circle of your human experience, the giving and the resting, the doing and the being. Both are you. Both are worthy. Both are sacred. Allow this sense of balance, this sense of a story made whole, to be your final thought as you drift deeper into relaxation. You are not a story that has ended. You are simply a story that has found its beautiful, peaceful, and well-earned intermission. Let us use another image to anchor this feeling of peace deep within you. Imagine your life as a long and important voyage on a great ship. You have been the captain of this vessel for many, many years. You have navigated through treacherous storms, charted unknown waters, and carried the most precious cargo. You have managed your crew, repaired the sails, and kept a steady hand on the helm through it all. It was a noble, necessary, and often exhausting journey. But now, the voyage is complete. You have guided your ship safely back to its home port. You can hear the gentle lapping of the water against the hull, a soothing, rhythmic sound. The frantic winds of the open sea have been replaced by the calm, protected air of the harbor. This phase of your life is this return home. It is a return to the quiet harbor of your own being after a long and meaningful expedition. For a while, you may have kept trying to be the captain, even in the harbor. You may have found yourself checking the ropes, studying the weather charts, feeling restless for the next voyage. It's a hard habit to break. But tonight, you are giving yourself permission to finally leave the helm, to walk down the gangplank onto the solid, steady ground of your own self. The ship is safe. The cargo has been delivered. The crew is capable. Your work as the captain of that particular voyage is done. And now, you can turn your attention to your own homecoming. This is not a place of uselessness. It is a place of sanctuary. It is the place you have been striving to reach all along. The ultimate destination of all our doing is, eventually, a state of peaceful being. Now, as you stand on the shore of this quiet harbor, you can begin to find a new kind of comfort, not in the validation of others, but in your own presence. For so long, your sense of comfort might have come from a child's hug, a partner's praise, a colleague's reliance on you. These were beautiful and real, but they were external. Now, you are invited to cultivate a feeling of being at home and at peace within yourself, without needing any external validation. What does it feel like to be in your own company? Can you be a good friend to yourself in this quiet time? Can you listen to your own thoughts with the same compassion you once offered to others? Can you comfort your own anxieties with the same steady reassurance you gave to a frightened child? This is the practice of self-companionship. It is learning to enjoy the quiet rhythm of your own breath, the unique landscape of your own mind. It is discovering that you are not empty when you are alone. You are simply in the presence of your oldest and most intimate companion. You can begin to treat yourself with a new kind of gentle reverence. Making yourself a cup of tea is no longer just a task. It is an act of kindness to yourself. Tidying your space is not a chore. It is the curation of your own personal sanctuary. Choosing to read a book or listen to music is not a way to kill time. It is a way to nourish your own soul. You begin to see that your own presence is a worthy and wonderful place to be. You don't need to be entertained or distracted. The quiet company of your own being is enough. It is more than enough. It is a source of profound peace and stability. In this quiet harbor of the self, you are safe from the storms of the world's expectations. No one here is asking you to be anything other than what you are. There are no deadlines to meet, no problems to solve. Here, you are not a title or a role. You are not a parent, a spouse, a worker. You are simply you. The essential, unchanging consciousness that has been the silent witness to your entire life. This is your true home. It is the only home you will ever truly have. The one that has been with you from your first breath to your last. And returning to it is the most natural thing in the world. It is the salmon returning to the stream where it was born. It is the migratory bird finding its way back to its ancestral nesting grounds. It is a fundamental, instinctual journey home. Let this affirmation sink deep into you, into every cell of your body as you drift towards sleep. I am worthy of this peace, this rest, this time for myself. Say it again, silently, to yourself. I am worthy of this peace. Feel the truth of it. This peace is not a luxury. It is not an indulgence. It is your birthright. It is the natural state of a soul that has completed its work and has come home to rest. You have earned this harbor. You have earned this stillness. You have earned the right to simply sit on the shore and watch the tide go in and out, without any agenda, without any goal, other than to be present for the quiet beauty of your own life, exactly as it is right now. This is your sanctuary. This is your peace. This is your home. And now, as we prepare to drift completely into the deep healing realm of sleep, let us take these final moments to consciously release the day. We have done some gentle but profound work tonight, exploring tender feelings and shifting old perspectives. It is time now to let all of that go, to allow the insights to settle into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind while you rest. The mind does its best work when we are not trying, when we allow it the space of sleep to sort, to process, and to integrate. So, the time for conscious thought is over. It is time to give your mind and your body a final, unconditional permission to let go. Let us begin with the body, returning our awareness to the physical sensations of this present moment. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Feel the gentle pressure of your head against the pillow. Imagine a wave of relaxation, soft and warm like honey, beginning to pool there. And now, let this warm, heavy wave of peace begin to flow slowly downwards. Let it bathe your forehead, smoothing away any lines of worry or concentration. Let it soften the tiny muscles around your eyes, releasing the need to see, to watch, to be vigilant. Let your eyes feel heavy and at rest in their sockets. Allow this wave to flow over your cheeks and your jaw, releasing any last bit of tension you might be holding there. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. This wave of relaxation now flows down into your neck and your shoulders, melting away the last remnants of any burdens you have carried today or in the past. Feel your shoulders become heavy, sinking down into the mattress, completely supported, completely at ease. Let this soothing warmth continue down your arms, through your elbows, into your forearms, and all the way to the tips of your fingers. Your arms have done so much. They have carried and lifted and held and fixed. Tonight, they need do nothing. They can simply be at rest, heavy and calm at your sides. Now, bring your awareness to your chest and your back. Feel the gentle, rhythmic rise and fall of your breath. Each breath is a wave of life, and with each exhale, you release a little more, letting go a little deeper. Feel your back spreading out against the bed, every vertebra being supported, allowing the muscles along your spine to completely let go. Let the wave of relaxation flow down into your stomach and your lower back, soothing and calming, releasing the habit of holding things in, of being tense, just letting it all be soft. This warm, heavy feeling now flows down into your hips, your pelvis, and down through your legs. Your legs have carried you through so many years, have stood you in good stead through so many challenges. Now, they too can rest. Feel the weight of your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles. Let them become heavy, limp, and deeply relaxed. Finally, let this wave of peace flow all the way down into your feet, to the very tips of your toes. Your entire body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, is now steeped in a profound and gentle relaxation. You are safe. You are supported. There is nothing more you need to do. Now that the body is at rest, we give the same permission to the mind. Give permission for the mind to drift, to release the story for tonight, to let go of conscious linear thought. If thoughts arise, as they naturally will, see them not as interruptions, but as clouds drifting across the vast, peaceful sky of your mind. You don't need to climb onto them or follow them. You can simply watch them drift by, without engagement, without judgment. They come and they go. You remain the quiet, witnessing sky. There is nothing to figure out right now. The solutions to any problems will be clear in the morning, after a night of deep rest. The plans for tomorrow can wait. For now, there is only this breath, and the next, and the feeling of your body, heavy and calm. As you hover here, on the gentle edge of sleep, let this simple phrase be a soft, repeating lullaby in your mind, a gentle anchor to hold you as you drift away. Just repeat it silently, without effort. You are enough, just as you are. You are enough. Let the words wash over you, not as something you need to believe, but just as a gentle sound, a soothing vibration. You are enough. Your being is enough. Your resting is enough. Just as you are, in this moment, without changing a thing, you are enough. Let go of the need to be more. Let go of the need to be different. Let go of the memory of being needed. In this moment, in this breath, in this stillness, you are whole. You are complete. You are enough. And so, we drift. There is nothing left to hold on to now. Imagine yourself floating on the surface of a vast, calm, and quiet body of water. The water is perfectly still, the temperature of a warm embrace, holding you completely, effortlessly. You don't need to swim or to strive. The natural buoyancy of the water supports your entire being. Above you, a boundless sky filled with a soft, velvet darkness and dusted with a billion distant, gentle stars. Each star is a silent witness to your rest, their ancient light a soft blanket of peace. You are not alone. You are a part of this vast, silent, and beautiful cosmos. The gentle rocking of the water is the breath of the universe, and it is breathing you, inhaling peace, exhaling stillness. There is nothing more to do. The day is done. The analysis is complete. The seeking for answers can be laid to rest for tonight. Sleep is not something you must achieve or conquer. It is a grace that comes to you when you are ready to surrender. It is a tide that rises to meet you when you stop trying to swim to shore. It is a homecoming, and you are on the threshold now. Feel the gentle pull, the invitation to let go of the last thread of waking consciousness and to dissolve into this deep, restorative peace. The questions we have pondered tonight do not need definitive answers. Perhaps the point of a human life is not to arrive at a final, neat conclusion, but to live the questions themselves. What is the true nature of purpose? Is it a mountain to be climbed? Or is it the quality of attention we bring to the quiet valley? Who are we really, beneath the layers of roles and expectations we wear? Are we the actor? Or are we the silent awareness that watches the play unfold? And what is this great, mysterious journey of a life, with its seasons of frantic doing and its seasons of profound being? Perhaps they are not opposites, but two sides of the same sacred coin: the giving and the receiving, the speaking and the listening, the journey out into the world, and the long, slow journey back home to the self. Each part gives the other its meaning. Without the long voyage, the quiet harbor would not feel so sweet. Without the winter, we would not yearn so deeply for the spring. All of it has been perfect. Every step, every mistake, every triumph, every moment of service, and every moment of this new, unfamiliar quiet. It has all been woven into the magnificent, intricate tapestry of your life. And now, this thread of deep, profound rest is being woven in, completing the pattern in a way you could not have seen before. It is the color of peace, the texture of stillness, the final, essential element that makes the entire masterpiece whole. There is nothing to figure out, nothing to fix. The answers will come, not from striving, but from the quiet wisdom that emerges from deep rest. Sleep is coming now, natural and deep. It is a friend, here to take your hand and lead you into the quiet, healing darkness where your body can mend, your mind can clear, and your soul can rest. You have given so much, and now it is time to simply receive. Receive this rest. Receive this peace. Receive this quiet affirmation of your own intrinsic worth. You matter, not for what you do, but for the simple, miraculous fact that you are. Your presence in this world is enough. It has always been enough. You can rest now.